Yeah, we got Gavin McInnes in the house.
Yeah. Comes from the diaphragm.
Yeah. I didn't know this, but you started Vice, one of the co-founders?
Yep. So we made it about our own thing, punk rock bands and skateboarding, and merged with Viacom and CNN. And
there you go.
They started to meet me, and they were like, get him out of here. I started the Proud Boys. Guys went to jail. It was a fucking thing, and I was banned from X. Dude, I'm banned from all major shit. People think it's like a slow thing, but when you get canceled, someone flicks a switch.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The left needed right-wing violence because of Antifa and BLM. Mm-hmm. They were giving them a bad name. Mm-hmm. So they were like, are there any right-wing groups? And they go, well, there's these guys. Okay, make them into a white nationalist hate group. But there's black guys in it. Call them multiracial white supremacists. What about the gays in it? They are self-hating gays. And the media is so desperate to do the bidding of the DNC that they ran with it.
A majority of Latinos is starting to switch to Republican.
Yeah, what took them so fucking long? Yeah. They're more conservative than us.
Right.
Like, I don't care about gay shit.
Yeah.
Right. When they see a maricon, they have a fucking heart attack.
Right.
I'm just like, it's just a homo, calm down.
Right. Ain't nothing hornier than a gay male. They say we think about sex about every 6 seconds, something like that.
Yeah.
It's got to be down to like half a second for a gay man. Yeah.
When they think about every 6 seconds to get a blowjob. I'm horny,
like easy
done.
access.
I'm horny, done. I'm horny, done.
Yeah.
I haven't jizzed in like, I think 7 days.
The shit doesn't even square out anymore. I got to squeeze the shit out. Well, that's a prostate issue then. 'Cause I'm still squirting over here.
Let's check it. The Quran says you can marry your first cousin. And one of the first signs of inbreeding is the mothers start having twins. No, I'm just kidding.
You're a fucking asshole. Yeah, we got Gavin McInnes in the house. Yeah. First guy could ever do it. Yeah. I like how you lean into it.
You got it. It comes from the diaphragm. Yeah.
Hey, so I want to talk to you today about what's going on in Israel. Get your opinion. I have an idea, but I'm clueless. Yeah, but before I even get into that, I want to ask you, what is a Jew?
That's a great question. A Jew, to me, has to believe in God. I don't think you can be an ethnic Jew. I got a lot of enemies that are sort of secular Jews. Mm-hmm. They go to temple occasionally, and they do it more to schmooze and stuff.
Right.
But you can't be a Christian if you don't believe in God. You can't be a Jew if you don't believe in God. Mm-hmm. So, like Soros, his dad was an atheist. He's an atheist. Sorry, you're not a Jew. And then the part working with the Nazis and helping them kill Jews was also that wasn't great for his Jew card. But a lot of these people, like when anti-Semites talk about Jews, they're often talking about secular Jews who are just sort of, I call them ginos, Jews in name only. Mm-hmm. And they're in it more for the fashion.
Okay. Is that what Kanye was referring to, or?
I think Kanye may go a bit deeper than that. I think he hates them all. Right. Or at least he did when I spoke to him. Who knows?
Yeah. Right. So let me ask you this, because I've also heard this. Like, I cannot, like, I'm Christian, but I can't, like, just switch over to be a Judaism. Is that how you say it?
What they call it, Judeo-Christianity?
Judaism. I'm sorry, Judaism.
Right.
Is that how you pronounce that religion?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, Judaism. I can't practice that. I can't become a Jew, right?
Yeah, you could.
Totally.
Look at all Trump's kids. Fucking Ivanka became an Orthodox Jew. You got to do 1 million tests. It's really hard. Mm-hmm. It's harder than becoming a punk. Like, you got to get the right boots, the bondage pants, leather jacket.
Right.
You got to get a blue mohawk. You got to know the right bands. She studied her ass off to become one of those.
Right. But they have like higher IQs than the general population, right?
That's what I say. I go, they're exceptional whites. Mm-hmm. And when they do bad, they do exceptional bad. And when they do good, they do exceptional good. I kind of think they're just whites who don't drink. Like, if I didn't drink, I would be the fucking president of the United States.
Yeah?
If I wasn't wetting the bed and getting into fights at the terminal at the airport, I'd be a...
You get in fights at the airport?
Yeah. Tuesday.
Really? What happened?
So I'm going to Britain, And my brilliant theory with traveling to any 6-hour flight is you get so blind drunk that you just sit in the chair and you go, and then the stewardess is like, sir, and you're like, oh, I'm in a time machine.
Yeah, I'm already here.
6 hours is gone. People are mad at you, which means you're probably snoring the whole time.
Right.
But fuck them. They could have shooken me. So I'm at the airport, and this guy's chewing an orange straw, like really hard. Yeah. And I got my beer in my hand. I brought it to the gate, and I'm like, get that fucking straw to your mouth, you faggot. You look ridiculous. So he goes, I'm from Ukraine. Do you know who I am? And I don't know why I did this, but I just go, fuck your war.
Well, there to do it.
So then he gets real mad because they love that war.
Yeah.
And they got security and the flight attendants and stuff, and they separated us. And meanwhile, the plane's boarding, so I'm worried I'm not going to get on the plane.
You didn't even get on the flight yet.
Yeah. This is, if I was a Jew, I wouldn't have done any of this shit.
Right.
So then we're separated, and I'm like, I'm not getting on this fucking flight. I can't miss this flight. Right. So then I go, all right, brain, what do you got? And it's got the adrenaline stuff, and my brain's like, all right, we've been working. There's people with clipboards in there, and they're like, we've got something, sir. You're a
I see why you've been banned off on YouTube.
What's ironic, because I called him a I didn't mean
right.
I meant like douche.
Right, yeah.
Chewing a straw, that's not gay. It's just annoying.
Yeah. Right.
It was a big, huge straw, like the kind that pen could fit in. Yeah. And so then I just start gaying it up. And I go, yeah, I was over there minding my own beeswax, and that fucker, he just like called me out of nowhere. And I could see the guy seeing me, and then I look over at him, and I'm like,
yeah.
And I can see him go, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This guy's pretending to be gay now? Now, the crazy part is, I think the airline could tell I was lying, but they're like, all right, this guy lies about being gay. I don't want that on my record.
Right.
He's willing to play hardball. Mm-hmm. So he's willing to put on gay face.
Yeah.
So I don't want my record to say I worked at this airline and I kicked out a fag for fucking being annoying. So they just sort of like, all right. And they made me commit to no more alcohol on the flight. I'm on the flight.
Wow, they let you on the flight?
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I didn't realize this till like yesterday. I'm not sure he got on the flight.
Really?
Yeah, the guy who called me a faggot. I think I criticized his orange straw and all his dead friends and got on a flight, and he was sat there just like Kevin Smith in basketball shorts and a fucking blazer with a stupid orange straw in his face.
Wow. I'm surprised they let you on the flight.
Well, that's a good tip. If you're ever in trouble, fag it up.
Yeah.
You can't black it up. You can't like get some burnt coal and start going, hold on a sec.
You can't do the blackface thing.
I have an explanation. You could instantly fag it up. And just like, oh my God, oh wait, I'm the bad guy?
Yeah.
Oh, you think I started the fight? You guys are out of your minds. Okay, just get on the flight. No one deal with you, queers.
Jesus.
The downside is, after the whole thing, I did an HIV test and I had AIDS. I was that committed to the role that it altered my DNA, and I got HIV.
Hey, I was looking up statistics on AIDS and the virus that causes AIDS, HIV. I was amazed at that statistic. Oh, what demographic of people is the majority that has that virus?
That's a shocker.
I was like, that is over. I thought,
what was the statistic?
You thought it was going to be albino skateboarders or Amish?
I understand when I look at an AIDS commercial. There's nothing but,
Well, it's like, guys, I know a guy who has AIDS. We were buddies for a while.
He had full-blown AIDS?
He had HIV.
Oh, okay.
But we were at
You got to be dumb to get full-blown AIDS.
They got a pill for that shit.
I've been to strip clubs with him and stuff. And I met some bar with him. I can't remember what we were doing, but he had bumblebee ankle socks. What? And I go, nice socks. And he goes, I'm gay, right? And I'm like, what? I've been to strip clubs with you. I've known you for like 2 years.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And he goes, you never listen to me. You're always fucking yelling your face off. And I go, you've had girlfriends? And he goes, yes. And I always tell them that I'm bi. And I go, how'd you get it? And he goes, that we would go to these circuit parties where it's like a rave. and they do meth, like in something like this, but tiny.
All right.
And they would fuck for like 36 hours. Like, I don't mean on and off. I mean like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, if a praying mantis fucked a praying mantis for 36 hours, his bug dick would be destroyed.
Yeah. It sounds
It would look
painful.
like a cheap arrow you got from Target where you shot cement and it just went like at the end. Like, I'm not saying God gave you AIDS, but like nature, like go pick your face for 36 hours.
Yeah.
It's going to be an infected fucking hole in your cheek.
Right. Yeah.
So,
yeah, gay people are like some horny freaking. Ain't nothing hornier than a gay male.
dude.
They think that. Well, a straight man thinks about, they say we think about sex about every 6 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
It's got to be down to like half a second for a gay man. Yeah.
When they think about every 6 seconds, they get a blowjob. It's like, I'm
It's
horny,
like easy
done.
access.
I'm horny, done. I'm horny, done.
Yeah.
I haven't jizzed in like, I think 7 days. So the next time I'm with my wife, it's going to be like Ghostbusters fucking. She's going to look like she's at the fucking Madame Tussauds Wax Museum of herself, but the air conditioning broke. She's just going to be like this melting candle when the time I'm done.
I wish I could do that. I could go a month and still can't do that. Really?
Oh. You guys don't have the same jizz glands? Aren't you the same people?
No, the shit doesn't even squirt out anymore. I got to squeeze the shit out. Well, that's a prostate issue then. Because I'm still squirting over here.
Let's check it. We can feel if it's enlarged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me give you the ET. Elliot.
Yeah, you ain't using that. Yeah, well, Kelvin gave me this thing. I was supposed to like prostate. I was supposed to like massage that groove right below your nuts.
Your taint?
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
And
take massage,
it's a vibrator. He wants me to do that. He says he's like
It's time for you to
fucking
do that.
he bought it for me. I'm like, this is fucking weird.
Happy birthday.
He's talking
See,
about
that's why you can't jizz right.
so that's what fixed
Do
it.
you
gotta
use
swim?
that? Are you constantly vibrating your taint?
I came across a video on this is black woman. She's going over prostate health. She says 2 ways you can massage your prostate. You can either go inside, which you got to be a homosexual to do that, or you can do it on the outside, it's between the nuts and the butthole. This thing right there, and you massage it. You call it the taint, right?
What? Because it taint the bag and it taint the anus.
Yeah, right. And it decreased the swelling big time. I got some swelling going on. I bet you getting up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom a lot.
How could you guys have different? What do you eat different?
No, he's just lazy. I gave him that massager like about a month ago. You still ain't used it. Hey, I'm not talking about this shit.
That reminds us of our sponsor. Welcome back to Massage Your Taint. Get in there once a day.
That's exactly what it sounds like, too.
Is this going to be on? Is this going to be banned? What are you going to do? Add a bunch of bleeps?
I think this shit just going up on Rumble. Rumble and Twitter. Rumble and Twitter.
You have to personally text this to people. Just save it and DM it.
This is definitely going Rumble and Twitter. Yeah. Hey, so that what's going on in Israel?
Okay.
Well, they just got bombed by Iran. Well, yeah. What's your take on what's going on?
Well, what's crazy about it is it's both in the Bible and in the Quran.
Right.
So Ezekiel 37 says that armies from the east will come, attack Israel, and they will be destroyed to the point where blood will rise up to the height of a lion's mane.
Jesus.
I'm guessing it's like that high.
It's a lot of blood.
That's a lot of blood, especially in the desert where it can suck it in.
Yeah, the sand absorbs that shit, right? It's a lot of fucking
Not
blood.
a swimming pool.
Yeah.
They didn't tile the Middle East recently. But yeah, and then the Quran says that the 12th Imam, that's their Messiah, will come and destroy Israel. And anyone who has a problem with that can go fuck themselves. I'm going to chop their heads off and it'll be convert or die. But in the Bible, they say that there'll be this invasion. Jesus will come back, manes high blood, and then the Jews will go, fuck, I'm sorry I ever doubted you. I'm in. So in the
You think Jesus is that forgiving? I know if I come back, I want some payback.
You're back? You're in? Yeah. We're sorry we doubted you. What? Wait, what are you talking about? It says here, yeah. I don't give a fuck what it says. You doubted me for way too long.
Yeah, he's been
Have
gone
you seen
for
the
a
height
while.
of this blood?
Yeah.
It's Maine's high. And now you like me? How you like me now? But it's funny how the Muslim version of events has you converting or dying, and the Christian version of events is I'll do something awesome, and you'll be like, all right, I got you.
I prefer the Christian way then.
But the problem with the whole prophecy thing is I think the Antichrist has to take over the world and make a globalist religion that is Judaism, Christianity, and Islam.
Ain't that what's happening?
And that didn't happen. I guess maybe it is.
I came across this video. Have you heard about the 2 red heifers?
Yeah,
Has to be
yeah,
perfect.
Have to- not one hair off.
Yeah, and I don't know, just the speculation shit I found on YouTube is that you need 2 perfect red heifers, and they got to sacrifice the 2 red heifers.
Yeah.
Right? But to have 2 perfect red heifers, you have to clone them because they can't find 2 perfect red heifers. And then from there, they was going to take them to some, what's it called? Some temple that the Muslims there in Israel.
Right.
What's it called? I forget the name of it. That's where they're going to sacrifice the 2 red heifers.
And that's blasphemy to the Muslims, so they would go
Right.
fucking mental if you did that.
And I think that's what's going on. That's what people are talking about on YouTube.
Right.
That's why Iran is attacking Israel.
I don't find it that hard to find red heifers. You just stay there past last call,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a bag of Coke in your pocket. Easy peasy.
Right?
You're going to get at least one.
Right?
She's going to be fat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You seen that, right? On
Yes,
YouTube?
I have. Yeah, it does seem very biblical, but at the end of the day, I just see the Muslim world as a bunch of fucking savages for the most part, and they're just attacking Israel. Like they shot 6 people today in Tel Aviv.
Mm-hmm.
There's no desire for negotiation or
Right.
common ground. They want to annihilate Israel and kill everyone there.
I guess it was, 1948?
Yeah, right after World War II.
Okay, so they established Israel because they need their own place because everybody fucking hates them or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, they did that with tons of places. Like Pakistan was formed after World War II because they said, okay, let's give the Muslims the top of India and we'll give the Hindus the bottom.
Right. Right. So let me ask you this. Why did they choose that area? I mean, you're surrounded by fucking Muslims. Well, I mean, that doesn't...
Well, the argument was that that's their homeland, that they have a history there that goes back, before the Bible, before it predates Christianity. And
So they left from there.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's like me going to like some area in the United States where there's a bunch of Klan members, and we go there and say, "Yeah, this is now Africa."
Yeah,
That's not going to end
but
well
I would
for me.
support you guys. I'd send you $4 billion a year.
That's not going to. That shit's not going to end well for us.
crazy.
I get that, but that's the same as the Indians. It's the same with all colonization. Like, I get that there's an argument that they shouldn't be there in the first place, but that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do? Give fucking Texas back to the Comanches? It's
Right.
not happening anymore. So we got to deal with the hand we're dealt.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the hand we're dealt with is these guys are in a contentious neighborhood, and they're getting attacked on a daily basis.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get that you can't give Texas back to Mexico, but that was like fucking 1500 or some shit. This shit was like 70 years ago. These fuckers remember that shit.
Yeah, well, that's their brothers died. Like your brother died for those borders. Your father died for those borders. So maybe the fact that it's more recent makes it more relevant,
Right.
because the people you remember with your own memory, your own scrapbook. You remember those guys.
Yeah. Hey, what? They said they've been in negotiations, and now negotiations has reached a stalemate. Nobody's willing to negotiate or anything like that. What was the offer that was made to the original people there, the Palestinians, the original Arabs? And
Well,
stuff?
the big one was with Clinton at Camp David, where they basically offered a 2-state solution. The Jews were not happy with it. They're like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude? You're the world's worst negotiator." And Yasser Arafat said, "I can't say yes to this because I'd get killed." Because we need conflict. We need constant conflict. So to me, that says our role is pit bulls. Like, we always have to be attacking these walls. If you feed the pit bulls and give them a nice little area to run around in, then they cease to have a role. So I don't think Palestine wants a solution. I think they want to constantly be at war. And I actually believe that Israel let October 7th happen, and they let their own people die.
Yeah,
I think we've done that with Pearl Harbor and maybe even 9/11. We've let some shit happen in order to justify a retaliation.
Right.
And the retaliation was like, I'm fucking done with this. I'm done with my shithead neighbor. He's been bitching at me since I moved in. I'm going over there. I'm going to fucking shoot him in the head.
Yeah, a lot of Americans are not hip to that, what you just said. It's like our government let shit happen so we could justify doing something else. Yeah, well, we're on the brink of World War III, I think. I mean, the people that's going to end up fighting that war for Israel is going to be a lot of Americans. I'm totally against that.
I don't like that part.
Yeah.
Like, I gave you $4 billion a year for decades, for half a century.
Right, right.
So if Mike Tyson gets punched in the face, I don't yell, "You need me, Mike?" I'm just like, whoa,
Right,
you
yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
You're toast.
Yeah.
What were you thinking, you moron?
Yeah, right.
But the fact that our troops are going over there is
I don't
a
like that
concern.
shit at all.
I don't want that with Ukraine. I don't want that with any war. Like, I've heard the argument that we have to go out there and establish ourselves as like the king of the prison, or someone else will take over that spot.
Yeah.
I get that argument, I guess, but
But
can't
we ain't
just,
king
like,
of shit.
blow
We could
something up and leave.
Yeah, I don't think we king of anything. We couldn't even beat Afghanistan. Yeah,
We can't even be king of America.
Yeah.
I liked Trump's thing where he would just like blow the living shit out of like an air base in Syria and be like, "That's what you're looking at if you want to ramp this up, motherfucker." And they went, "Okay, calm down. What the fuck? This guy's crazy, dude. Can't we do that?"
Yeah.
Assassin guy, I like Israel does with the pagers, and the fucking bomb.
That was fucking crazy. The pagers.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I mean, it's cool for them, but what's going to keep Democrats from doing that to fucking all the Republicans in this country?
Well, they tried to do that with Eazy-E, and it didn't work, so they had to give him AIDS.
Jesus Christ. You think the government gave Easy AIDS?
Yeah.
I think he's
AIDS-E.
it must have been easy because I heard he's a homosexual. I mean, when you think about it, like the people that got it back then, it was like, how did that? Well, whatever.
But I guess it's possible for a straight to get AIDS back then, but you must have to do like 36 hours of fucking.
Or you have a bisexual friend you don't know about.
How old are you guys?
I just hit 50, man. Yes.
Shut up.
The 17th.
Okay, so I guess black don't crack because I look like Ebenezer Scrooge with AIDS.
No, you look great, man.
But
You just need to, to get rid of the gray. That's all.
yeah, okay, just for men. But when I was a kid in the 80s in the suburbs, we all were like, "We got AIDS.
Yeah.
It's just a done deal." We saw the commercial. Every partner you sleep with, you've slept with all their partners. So we're like,
Right,
17.
yeah, I remember that. I remember
we
that.
slept with 2 chicks, and we're like,
Yeah.
"I've slept with 300 chicks.
I remember
I'm
that.
a dead man."
I remember that shit.
What a waste. We could have been getting so much pussy back then.
Yeah.
And the girls didn't want to fuck either because they for sure they had AIDS. Fuck, that was a real AIDS epidemic. Worrying about it.
Yeah, fucking shit. I always thought, oh man, I didn't use the condom. I just know I got AIDS.
Yeah.
I said, man, why did you use the condom? I don't know, man. I was being stupid. I remember I called Keith. I was still going to high school the next year because I was bad at school and he graduated early, right? Yeah, and he had moved away. I said, man, you never guess what just happened, man. I made a huge mistake. I said, I ran into Charlotte. Every black guy in town went through Charlotte.
The ugly white bitch. She looked like what's that dude? What's that? No, she looked like that dude that was in that wheelchair, couldn't fucking talk.
Stephen Hawking.
She looked like a 6'2" Stephen Hawking.
Ooh.
Ugly fucking bitch.
That's like a 1.01.
Well, I was like, I went up to her, hey, Charlotte.
Yeah, she only did black guys. Because white guys didn't want her.
Yeah.
Black guys
up the
love white
scraps.
girls that nobody wants.
So I went up to her, right? She was pregnant, she says. I
Dirty
said,
bitch.
I just went up to her, I said, hey, can you suck me off? Because that's all my black friend said. She'll suck you off. All you got to do is ask her, right? But I was too shy in high school, so I never did. So I'm walking down the street from the grocery store. I say, what the fuck is that Charlotte Mullins right there?
Why do you say her name?
I mean, Charlotte.
He said a complete name, Charlotte Mullins.
You can beep it out. So I went up to her and said, hey, can you suck me off? She said, no, I'm pregnant. I'm like real sick. You know,
That's okay.
Cocker's going to make me gag and I'm going to throw up all over the place. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to fuck you then. I went in the house, right? Stuck my cock inside of her. And oh my God, my dick felt like a stick of margarine. And her taco felt like an oven. I just started instantly busting. So I get home, right? So, man, I got AIDS. Oh, the black guy she sleep with, I know I got AIDS.
Yeah.
So I get home, I call Keith. I said, man, Keith, man, fucking ran in Charlotte,
I
man.
fucking went off on him. I said, you fucking got AIDS. You're going to fucking die. Don't talk to me.
Welcome to the world of AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every black dude in town. I remember one day I left. We left school. It was right before a vacation. I forget what vacation it was, but I walked by this line, and they was just standing out of the bathroom.
Yeah, there was
just a line of black guys, right? I'm like,
Yeah, and she was just sucking them all off.
What are y'all doing?
I mean, yeah. You think of white trash. That's who you thought about.
That's romantic.
Yeah, but all the black guys is just getting sucked off. All right, let's switch gears. Fuck this. Hey, so I didn't know this, but you started Vice? One of the co-founders?
Yep. Started Vice Media in 1994. It was supposed to be a multicultural calendar for all the different diversity parades that are going on. And me and my buddy Sarush just said, no, that's gay.
Yeah.
So we made it about our own thing, punk rock bands and skateboarding and that kind of shit.
Okay.
And just random shit. Like I interviewed a potato about his life and does he like the fact that he's going to die? And he's like, that's what we live
get
for.
fried in oil
yeah, you're
and
going to become
seasoned.
fries. And he's like, that's what we want. That's our mecca. We got 86 virgins if we become fries. Whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
And then we took it. It was called Voice of Montreal back then. And then we took it solo. We called it Vice. It blew up. And then I hired my childhood friend who was always good at business. He was always a hustler. Like we were stupid punks. And then he'd get a job at some fancy restaurant, and his tips would be like $300. Back when $300 was
$300.
$30,000 today. Like it was fucking crazy money.
Right,
And he'd buy his shit and stuff. He was a great hustler. And so he became the sort of sales dude, and he kept blowing it up. Now we're global. Now we got TVs, departments, and we have a film channel, and we have all these different fucking versions of the brand, stores, everything. Wow. And then they started the big, he merged with Viacom and CNN. And
there you go.
They started to meet me. And they were like, who is that fucking idiot who keeps calling people a f*** for chewing on a straw? Get him out of here. And they're like, no fucking way, man. That's our bro.
Yeah.
He's been with us since day one. He hired me, and I'd fucking rather die. Okay, how about $10 million? Bye-bye! Home to mommy.
Right.
And I was like, what? I thought that, I don't know. So, hello? My phone's cutting out. What? So I sold my shares. I got bought out. And then I just sort of wandered the streets.
Well, you made a pretty penny off of that, huh?
Yeah, it did very well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They didn't treat you like a black guy.
They did not, no. But the problem is we were all so broke back then that when I got my money, I didn't have anyone to party with.
Fuck, that
So
sucks.
I just got an 8-ball and a prostitute and just
Hey, there you go. That's all you need.
drank
Just leave the
bourbon
8-ball out
alone.
of it. I don't need the 8-ball. I just need the prostitute.
It's time to celebrate.
Dude, I was at a bachelor party recently, not to get back into the sex stuff, but it was they got these two prostitutes, and it wasn't meant to be that kind of bachelor
Be
party.
careful, you might be incriminating yourself. You see what they're doing to Diddy.
Well, they got strippers. They got strippers.
They might get you for sex trafficking.
Yeah, maybe. But they were there, and we were all like, "What are you doing here?" Like it was a camping thing. We're outside, and all I wanted to ask her about was like, "How much money do you make? How do you avoid the IRS?" Like, if you want to buy a car, the IRS is going to see your car.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you do it through another name? Do you have an LLC? Like, how does this all work? And she just wanted us to be like, yeah! And I'm like, I'm 54. there's no yes anymore.
Right.
And they got this 30-year-old kid, and they were like humiliating him with whipped cream and spanking him and all that stuff. And at the beginning, we're all outside, right? We're all like, yeah, for maybe like half of WAP and the song. And then we're like, we all ended up back at the campfire just talking, shooting the shit, blah, 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 blah. And they were still there humiliating that guy with like 2 guys watching.
What?
I'm done.
How was they humiliating him?
Oh, they had a cucumber and they're like sucking it and hitting him with it and fucking slapping him with their tits, bonk, bonk, bonk. And
I guess he was into that, huh?
it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Well, we set it up. She's like, who do you want us to humiliate? And we're like, him. Go kill him.
Yeah.
I'm not watching though. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, after the Vice thing, I did podcasts. I did Fox News a lot. I did Red Eye with Greg Gutfeld. That was good for notoriety. Rebel News was also very good. Red Pill Degeneration got Trump elected, and then I think the powers that be said this guy's a little too popular, and people think it's like a slow thing. But when you get canceled, someone flicks a switch.
Right.
On October 2nd of 2018, I did a talk, like a comedy show, where we reenacted the murder. Oh, now my mic's sounding weird. We reenacted the murder of this Japanese socialist.
No shit.
He was murdered.
That sounds
by
like a bad.
It was funny, but he got a fucking samurai sword through his chest by a student named Otoya Yamaguchi.
Right.
And so we reenacted that, and I had like glasses and the same uniform he had
Did
on.
you say cheeky glasses?
Glasses, yeah. What should I call them? Asiatic glasses?
Asian persuasion glasses.
That generally replicated the lack of epicanthic folds that particular racial group has.
Yeah.
What was that, 19 words? Chinky glasses. And I don't know, someone had said, like, the midterms are coming up. We need right-wing violence. Make sure the Proud Boys look bad. And I started the Proud Boys. And guys went to jail. It was a fucking thing. And I was banned from X. Dude, I'm banned from all major shit, like YouTube and everything.
You don't think it's because you use it too much?
No, I got away with that forever. I mean, I started Vice.
Yeah.
We had, like, it Fridays.
Right.
Where it was free tequila.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably that she was like a Trump supporter and conservative.
Well, I think you
I'm
can
sure fat didn't help either.
you could be a Trump supporter, but don't be, for lack of a better word, cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Relatable.
Ben Shapiro, no girls are diddling their bean to Ben Shapiro. Not that they're exactly squirting looking at me, but I have an appeal to younger people because
Right.
I don't have rules.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think young people see, they see normal
You have
conservatives.
absolutely no rules.
Zero rules.
Right.
Zero rules.
Yeah.
Got our new giveaway. You asked for it, we got it. Man, this is a 69 Chevy Camaro. We give away American muscle here. This is actually a race car, standard, 6-speed, Yanko version. Did you tell him it had a 540 big block in it? It's got over 700 horsepower in now. Did you hear that? This car got over 700 horses. That's crazy. How did they get 700 horses up under the hood? That's that white American engineering right there. That's what founded this country. Go to officialhodgetwins.com. Anything you buy from the site, get you automatic. And it'll win. Yeah.
And that's bad because what does the left have? They have the black vote, they have the woman vote, they have the youth vote, they have the illegal vote. If you fuck with any of those four, they're toast.
Yeah.
So they will attack you.
Right.
I'm amazed at how Latino, a majority of Latinos is starting to switch to Republican.
Yeah.
Yeah, what took them so fucking long?
Yeah.
You're Catholics.
Right.
You're pro-life. You don't like the gay shit. They're more conservative than us.
Right.
Like, I don't care about gay shit.
Yeah. Right.
When they see a Matty Cone, they have a fucking heart attack.
Right.
I'm just like, it's just a homo. Calm down.
Right. Right. Cool.
Eat your grass-flavored juice there, Lawnmower Man.
Hey, Latinos are waking up. What's wrong with black people?
Black people have been brainwashed to think racism exists.
Yeah.
And it just, I think it's because it's like when I did the thing with the orange straw.
Yeah.
It's like a get out of jail free card. So there's a conflict here. I leave the podcast and I go, those guys were total dicks. and you could go, yeah, because he's a racist. He runs the hate group, the Proud Boys. Of course he hits blacks.
Yeah, right.
And now you're absolved. You're free to go.
Right,
So
yeah.
it's just like sitting there on the table. And a lot of people can't resist. A lot of blacks can't resist picking it up. But, you know, that's an indulgence. And they obviously don't mean it. Like when they go, I live in total fear of the police.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, well, you were pouring water over them in New York City and saying, what you gonna do, bitch? That doesn't, I'm scared of MS-13. I don't pour water on them and call them bitches in the street. Yeah. Ooh, MS-13, woo! What you gonna do, motherfucker? I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
I don't know why he was Syrian in that sketch, but I think blacks in America have been fucking brainwashed, lured into thinking that racism is around every corner, and it's just like that hasn't been true in 50 years, or more. I'd say it's 1970 is when people stopped thinking about race all the fucking time.
I don't know about that. When I was in the 80s, man, I got called nigger every day.
But you were being a nigger the entire time.
No,
it was an astute observation.
I was being a kid. And it was called. I was like, this is a mean. Well, we grew up in I grew up in Southern Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Different rules.
I didn't deserve it. I remember I wasn't being a nigger.
But like you're at think of the 80s and like Pittsburgh and stuff.
Yeah.
Like we had moved on and then Obama came back. Obama, who's he's Japanese, like he's from another planet. He's from an island called Hawaii.
Yeah.
So he comes here and he's got his cigarette and he's playing basketball like fucking the guy from Three's Company, Don Furling, whatever his name, Mr. Roper.
Right.
Badonk, 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 badonk. And he goes, America's super racist.
Yeah. That's
and you're like,
that's impossible. You got elected by popular vote and you won the electoral college. For him to say that the country is systemically racist.
Twice and more than the second time.
Yeah. And now that his name is Barack Hussein Obama. If I'm a white supremacist, I'm getting everybody to the fucking polls. Yeah.
I saw, that fucking podcast he does with Bruce Springsteen where
I haven't watched
it. Dude,
you looked at it?
It's a great way to ruin Bruce Springsteen's music. But he's talking about Clarence Clemens, who like everyone loves. He's Santa Claus of fucking rock and roll. Mm-hmm. And he goes, we were playing in Jersey and we'd go out in Jersey and everyone was screaming and loving him on the stage and he was a great part of the band, like nice positive stuff. And then Barack Obama goes, these are the same people that would, if they came to a bar in that place, they'd call him a and you're like, wait, what? Yes. So Clarence Clemens walks in, they're like, well. Put down the saxophone, chubby. You may be okay on stage with the boss, but you ain't okay here in Southern New Jersey. And it just shows how out of touch he is.
Yeah.
To assume that people are like, well, Clarence Clemens is here, boy. You don't know Americans, dude. You're a fucking, he's his mother. Mm-hmm. If you hate Barack Obama, you're a sexist, and I'm a sexist. He's a fucking fat communist porn bitch. That's who Barack Obama is.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, pull it up. Yeah.
Fuck.
The N-word comes up. Yeah. And part of the world, what Bruce and Clarence portrayed on stage was essentially a reconciliation. And
shut up.
But most of your audiences were primarily white. They can love Clarence when he's on stage, but if they ran into him in a bar, suddenly the N-word comes up. Yeah. And part of the world...
Oh, geez.
Why are you saying Bruce? Yeah. Like, and the whole reconciliation, like, when Clarence Clemens was on stage, no one was like, you know what? I guess I don't hate black dudes. No one saw him. It was the saxophone guy. Yeah. Plus, it's rock and roll with saxophones. Yeah. No one's like, well.
Yeah.
This Negro thinks he can play a horn instrument, which they're terrible at. Like Dizzy Gillespie gets out there. Well. Mr. Trumpet taking our instrument, huh? Next thing you know, you're going to think you're good at jazz. Get off of that trumpet, Miles Davis. That's my trumpet, boy. Shut up.
Yeah, I never fucking saw that clip.
Yeah.
And I hate how Bruce goes, yeah. Like, just go, well, I don't know about that.
There's no pushback at all.
That's I've been to a lot of bars in Jersey.
Yeah.
They buy me drinks and they buy Clarence drinks. I don't know what you're talking about, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You think everyone is fucking Boss Hogg from Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah, he's just keeping black people in that place, in that make-believe place where they can only survive if they do certain things.
Yeah.
To make it in America. He's just trying to paint that picture.
Yeah.
Propaganda.
No, I voted for that asshole.
Really?
Yeah, because
His second term, I voted for Mitt Romney. That's when I switched.
Yeah, he's even fucking worse, though.
What made you switch?
Us being small business owners, we got a letter in the mail from insurance carrier. Our insurance rates almost doubled, and I lost coverage. Yeah, and at the bottom it says due to the Affordable Care Act. And the only reason why we voted for him because we thought the country was racist. And so like that opened my eyes up, and then I just started, just watching both sides and. Going through my own personal experience of like this country. I mean, there's racist people around, but this country is not systemically racist.
Yeah, and then I have an older brother. He's Republican. I thought he was Uncle Tom.
Yeah, retired
He
Army.
planted the seed in my ear. Then I came across Larry Elder.
Came across that Jew, Ben Shapiro.
Yeah. Yeah, came across that Jew.
What was your business? Your trainers back then?
Oh, doing YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
doing YouTube. And,
Doing YouTube. We've been on YouTube almost
since 2008.
So before YouTube existed.
Yeah.
You would just have a cardboard camera.
Yeah, and it was barely anybody on this shit.
Yeah.
We've been doing this shit for a while.
Dude, on a VHS tape, and you would just plug it in.
Oh, fuck. I had a
Trade
fucking...
the VHS tape.
I remember I had I can't even remember the name of the camera. So much has changed since then.
Yeah.
But I just started opening our eyes up, and I was like... And I thought Mitt Romney was great, but he was just a...
Well, there's the brainwashing that everyone's racist. There's also the brainwashing that the right are all a bunch of fucking losers and nerds who have never smoked pot and never had a threesome.
And they don't have a college degree and shit like that.
Yeah, and then I'm from Canada. I was born in Britain, but I was raised mostly in Canada. And the narrative there is they're all evangelical Christians who don't believe in dinosaurs and they want to throw gays off buildings. And the racism is insane.
Right.
So I moved down to New York in the 90s and...
They want to throw gay people up.
Basically.
That's
They
pretty
want to give
damn
them
racist.
shock therapy.
Yeah, that's shock therapy. That's insane. You're going to shock the gay out of
I
it.
did it. It works.
It does.
Yeah. I had a dog collar that every time I would suck a dick, I would get this insane jolt. And now, like, I'll go to like a water park and guys will like be changing. I'll see dicks and go like, it's Pavlov's dogs.
That's how it works to associate gay sex with pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see a nice...
The shit probably does work. That's why they banned it. That's probably why they banned the shit. Shit fucking works.
Shock the gay
That's
out
why
of
they're
it.
so mad about it.
Oh, God.
But I came down to the States and there was like a guy in line at CVS or something, and I think I was in this relatively south, like Florida, and this guy's like, so what's going on with your mom? And it was a white guy in the lineup talking to this black guy behind him, and he's like, she's not doing too well, man. I don't know what's going on with her. I'm worried about her. You know, it was supposed to, they said she was getting better, and then she got a little worse. And he's like, is this the same medication? And I'm like, I thought that you guys hate each other and you don't speak and you don't know each other.
Right.
And I think that's the problem with the media, with academics, with a lot of politicians, is they've never met an average American.
Right. Yeah.
Charles Murray wrote a book about it called Coming Apart. And he's got this cool quiz. I think it's online, where you can be like, have your feet ever hurt from working all day? Have you ever, like, when was the last time you had a Coors Light or a Budweiser? Like, did you see the movie Transformers? Like, he has all these, like, normal people things, and you can see how far away you are from the average American. I got it fucking 100%, of course. But I think, like, Nancy Pelosi, when she last have a Coors Light?
Yeah.
And that's what I love about Trump. I don't really give a shit about Trump the guy. I'm not dying to have him over for dinner. But when you meet Trump supporters, you go, these are fucking great people. Like, I want to go get barbecue with these guys. They're fucking, even the broads, as a sexist, I even want to hang out with the broads.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with the facts.
Oh, shit.
That word, if the story is like getting boring and no one's laughing, just throw a fat in there.
That's like one of the best words, that and the N-word. So what really...
Retard's great,
Were
too.
you always Republican?
No, I wasn't even that political most of my life. I was into punk rock as a teenager and stuff. But
That's gay as fuck. So you was probably more liberal back then, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But like if you asked, I would choose the liberal side. But I wasn't even that into politics. And then I read Pat Buchanan's Death of the West in 2001 as the World Trade Center fell, and I was right there. I was in New York City at the time. I watched it happen, and I was like, okay, what have you guys been doing?
Yeah.
Like it's like the analogy I always use is like, say you trust it when people build roads, and you trust that there's a tarmac and there's fucking sand and there's a process there with rocks and it's not going to collapse. And then you drive on the road and it just starts falling apart and melting on a hot day. And you go, what have you guys been doing? I trusted you with this. I trusted you to be handling, foreign policy and global politics. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You're all retarded.
Yeah.
And that got me concerned about, the Islamification of the West. And then I started looking into Marxism and other things that were sabotaging the West. And I realized there's like an almost biblical demonic force out there trying to destroy the greatest culture in the world, which is Western culture. With dumb lies like you're racist and you're a colonist. Like, we invented equality and we're the bad guys? Fuck you.
Right. So, Muslim faith, do you think they could be good Americans if they came here and...
This is my most controversial belief, but I honestly think that Muslims are incompatible with the Western world.
You think it's because of religion between Christians?
I think it's inbreeding.
Inbreeding?
I said this on Joe Rogan, and they had to cancel the episode. But the
all
Quran
inbreed?
says you can marry your first cousin. You can't do that more than a few times. And one of the first signs of inbreeding is the mothers start having twins. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, oh, shit. You're a fucking asshole. I'm like hanging on your every fucking word. I'm like, what the fuck? Is he talking about me?
I couldn't resist. No. Obviously, the first signs are severe retardation. And one of the symptoms is extreme violence. Like just this immediate call to rage. But so that might be
in
it.
the black community too.
Yeah, I guess so. But so there's the inbreeding thing, but there's also the Quran. It's a violent book. Like we were talking at the beginning about these biblical prophecies where Jesus goes, see? And in their prophecy, the 12th Iman goes, fucking, I'm going to chop your head off if you don't comply. So Hinduism, Buddhism, all these other religions, all these other groups too, all these other immigrants seem to do fine here. They seem to get the concept of assimilation. But there's something about Muslims where they don't seem to get that you're with us now.
Right.
You're on our
women
team
still
now.
cover their whole face, their bodies and everything.
Yeah, that's not what we do here.
right.
And I think if you come to America or anywhere in the West, you don't have to be a Christian, but you have to respect Christianity.
Yeah, you have to assimilate into our society.
Right. Like you go to Japan, you take your fucking shoes off when you go in there and you sit down on your knees, which is a pain in the ass. You just want a fucking chair. Use those stupid sticks.
Oh my God. A bunch of fucking sticks.
So illogical. Can a motherfucker get a spoon, please? But you do all that shit because you respect them. We don't get that here. We get a fuck you. And I think Muslims are particularly bad at that. They're bad.
So
at
you don't think Muslims can coexist with a Christian nation?
Well, I think moderate Muslims can, but they're not really following their religion to the full extent of the law. And ironically, we really need them because we can't fix radical Islam. They have to fix radical Islam and tell their brothers and their cousins that they're getting a little too extreme. I think if there's a terrorist attack, you deport everyone, like cousins, everyone. So they would start becoming snitches. And be like, I'm not being sent back to fucking Saudi Arabia. That guy's acting weird.
Right.
That's your dad. I know. That guy's acting weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need moderate Muslims to to expose radical Islam. But I mean, I wish like I get called racist and other dumb things that aren't true, but Islamophobia is definitely something that I should be accused of. If I'm banned from Islamophobia,
I think
fucks.
Personally, the way our country's going, I think we need more God, more religion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that leads to more families and more kids. You know, you chip away at Christianity and you chip away at the soul of a country. And that's why I used to be metaphorical with like the devil and this war on us is demonic, but I'm getting less metaphorical as I get older. And I'm thinking like Tim Curry in Legend, like hooves and red skin with fucking horns, like the devil.
Right.
The guy.
What was that guy he got in deep shit? I forget, his white guy. He says, run for the hills. Dan Bilzerian? No, not Dan. not Dan Bilzerian. It was another guy.
The Jews the other day.
Iron Maiden?
No. No. Remember he said if run to the suburbs. White guy. He was
the white guy with the
Seinfeld guy, Kramer?
no. So
he
did the little cartoon shit for years.
Oh, Scott Adams.
Scott Adams.
Yeah, he said get away from them.
Yeah, he was talking about black people.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, when there's a lack of assimilation and a lack of cohesion and a lack of sort of community, then the only other option is for people to form little pockets. And I keep doing these interviews this month with European news agencies for some reason. I did one German TV station. The next thing you know, my fucking office is full of frogs and krauts and wops. And
at least you got the FBI down your throat.
And they always have the same question. So after Trump loses, are the Proud Boys going to be like coming out and like killing people and totally destroying the place, right? And I'm like, for fuck's sakes, no. That was BLM. That was Antifa. They did it for 2 years. You didn't give a shit. You didn't fly down here. You called it fiery but peaceful.
Yeah.
What's really happened is America's had a divorce, and there is New York and California. Go fuck yourself.
Right.
Texas and Florida, come on over. And they're sort of fortifying those areas. There's not going to be a civil war if Trump loses. The civil war already happened. Like we talked about dividing up Pakistan and Israel after World War II. That's what we're doing now. We're dividing up the country into red and blue, and there's Coeur d'Alene, and there's fucking, you guys can have Seattle, and we'll take Jupiter, Florida, and Las Vegas, Nevada's ours, and you guys can have fucking Baltimore, and it's been done. I don't know if the left knows that, but the right certainly does.
Yeah.
Like, they're not armed so they can go and fucking take back New York City. They don't want it. They're armed so New York City doesn't take back them.
Right.
Yeah, I think the left knows what they're doing. That's why they're sending those Haitians to Ohio, because they're going to make those people citizens, right?
And hope to swing that state.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
What they do in Minnesota?
If you're like, that's who they're going to vote for, a Democrat. All people, when they first vote, is when you're ignorant, you vote Democrat. When you're young, you vote Democrat.
Especially if you're an immigrant, they give you like tens of thousands of dollars to buy a car and a house.
Yeah, and it's like 100,000. So they put them there in Ohio so they can change the votes there.
I don't know why the Republicans in that state is not pushing back. I understand you can send them to a sanctuary city in some of these states, but why would you send them to a red area?
Yeah.
But are Republicans sending them to red areas?
Well,
I don't know
when
who
they
said-
come from. I know a majority of the immigrants is coming through San Diego and California. They're coming through Texas, so I'm thinking Texas, California is sending these people there.
No, they actually seek the requirements for asylum.
Right.
So I'm thinking the Democrats is doing this. Why would you put them in Ohio?
Well, what are you going to do as an American? Like, go kill them all?
I would stick them in a blue state. Why are they in a red
but
state?
this talk of where we are now, like a Molotov cocktail looks really cool on a T-shirt, and saying like we got to go kill judges and fucking burn down the White House, and that definitely sounds cool. It's retarded. You're going to end up in jail. You're going to end up dead.
Right.
So you got to box smart, and the way to box smart is to fortify your areas and, I guess, give up on Springfield, Ohio. They got that. They won. It sounds defeatist,
Right.
but yeah, I think.
So 100,000 of those fuckers there.
What do we do now? Go get them? Put them in a bus? Like,
Send them to a blue state.
Yeah.
They want them. They love them. Send them to New York City, California, sanctuary city.
Yes,
somebody
please.
that approves of those policies.
What do the three of us do? Do the three of us send them there? I agree with you. But as far as like the three of us goes,
we
gotta.
You know how we get them, right?
Little...
I'm gonna pull up in a FedEx truck and I'm gonna have it full of cats. And we say, "You got cats? Giving away free cats." All these Haitians go, "Come on, we got cats." And then they jump in the back of the truck, we shut the gate, and we take off with them.
You know what you do? You cover yourself in feathers and bones, and you paint your face like white and yellow with stripes, and you go, Ohio is voodoo.
Yeah.
This place is voodoo. You must go now, or you will face the plight of the Juju man. And then they're like, I need to get out of here. Why are you gay?
Oh, Jesus. Why are you gay?
I am not gay.
Yeah. Do you think they put them by coincidence or?
I think they did it for votes.
Yeah.
It seems like this is a thing.
Why are Republicans so silent on that? Because I didn't know about this until all this shit blew up.
Why do Republicans allow it?
Yeah.
They're incompetent. They're weak. Yeah. Like, Republicans aren't our allies. Yeah. Trump's, I think, our ally. Mm-hmm. But like all these fucking red people in the White House, they would happily fucking throw us to the wolves. They're not our friends. They're constantly apologizing for America. Mm-hmm. They're not patriots. How many politicians in the White House are on our side? None. Yeah. And I think all of these discussions always come down to, are they evil or are they retarded? And there's a Venn diagram in the middle where they're evil and retarded. Yeah. And I like Kamala, I think she sent those those Haitians up to Ohio. She was like, send them there and we'll get more votes. And then someone goes, but it's another third of the population. Okay, well, that will probably work out fine. And you're like, lady, if you sent like 20,000 Amish to like a Pennsylvania community, it's still going to rock the boat. It's going to be a problem. Well, we'll see. It'll work out. I want to do it. This is, by the way, if you get to the airport and you want to sit with your friend and you're not sitting together, you have him come up and he goes, hey, I don't know what's going on with my tickets, but I'm not sitting with my stepbrother. Yeah. I mean, you guys couldn't do it, but... And you're next to him going, hello! And then he'll go like, he can sit wherever he wants, but it's going to be a lot of work for the person next to him. And I'm like, oh, fuck, you get the exit row. Don't worry about it.
We'll tell the other fucker that gets here.
One time I did it, and I stayed in character. You got to do your top button on your dress shirt. That always works. So I'm like, in this seat.
Like somebody else dressed you, huh?
Yeah. And they were doing a really good job.
Yeah.
Do it right to the top.
You got to miss a couple buttons, too.
They got me out of sync. That wrinkly
have a big-ass gap right there.
You can put a tangerine in that hole. So he's next to me, and then there was a woman who had another 40, I was 40 at the time, another 40-year-old tard, and he had like Wolverine on his shirt or whatever, and he was like, meh. And I saw him look at the mom, and they were both like, why don't we sit those two together? And they could talk about being retarded. And then you and I could talk about the various plans and like the people you can get and the nurses you can get for free if you sign up for this thing. And it's a good strategy.
Sounds smart.
And I was like, I'm willing to take that because I don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Right.
So if he sat next to me, I would just be like, what's up, buddy? And then he'd be like, Wolverine is number one. I'll be, no way, the Hulk is number one. And he'd go, the Hulk's a bad guy. I'm like, the Hulk is troubled. He's a hero. But a 6-hour flight to L.A., you're going to like...
Yeah, it would drive you crazy.
It's going to start hurting your wrists.
Yeah.
So you're going to start maybe straightening them out a little bit.
Yeah,
and then he's like, what the fuck's with your wrists? And you're like, I don't know. You can kind of stretch it about. You can kind of fix it if you really try. And he's like, what the fuck? And with the voice thing, if you just sort of fix your mouth a bit, you can kind of talk normal. And then he'd be, what's the matter with me? Why can't I do it? And then I would eventually just be like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's your problem. Look at these, totally straight. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. And I would make him want to kill himself.
Yeah. Yeah, he would fucking, when he gets home, he would fucking hang himself.
He'd He'd sit there going,
Shit's all fucking. Oh, fuck it.
as I'm like playing pool. What's the matter with you, bro?
Watch this. I'm gonna slam my cock in his bitch's mouth. Hey, so how did you come about starting the Proud Boys?
So I was doing a podcast like this, and this guy,
You just like this?
just like this,
Yeah.
and this guy was the producer, was a virgin at like 25.
Shit.
And so we had a studio audience, and we would try to fix him all the time. Like, there was this comedian Dante Nero, and his thing was, you got to lay 5 bricks. When you see a woman, you just say like, nice shirt. That's a brick.
Was he black?
Yes. No, he was a 20-year-old Thai boy. Yeah, no, he was.
I thought you was imitating the black man.
Negro.
He was a pimp. He was actually a pimp when he was young.
That's a brick.
He became a Proud Boy, but he'd be like, lay 5 bricks, just like, hey, what's up? That's it. That's a brick. Now, obviously, you want to get better bricks.
Right.
And be like, can you believe this weather? It's raining cats and dogs. What are we in Ohio? But any kind of contact, so that he had that, and we were like, grow some facial hair, get a leather jacket, get a motorcycle. It doesn't have to be a fucking hog.
Right.
Get a 50cc like little moped. Bang.
Yeah.
And then he a Jewish guy, we called him Rat. He got a big apartment in Queens. Like, Queens, that's fucking 40 minutes from downtown. Get a shitty apartment downtown. So when you see a girl, you're like, you want to go upstairs? And it's right there.
Right.
Like, LA, you have to have a good car. Manhattan, you have to be as Manhattan as you can be. So the girls don't have to travel much.
Right.
So we're giving him all these tips. And then we started becoming this like self-help thing where we're encouraging men to be men. And because that generation, the millennials and the Zoomers, like, they're not even horny.
Yeah.
They're jerking off so much. When I was 17, I was the last of my friends to get laid, and I was going to be killed. Like, they were like, Big Kimmy's at our fucking house this weekend.
Yeah.
And if you don't fuck her, you're a dead man.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, I'm headed over. I'll fuck her.
Yeah.
25? Like, I would have
25.
been
Yeah.
lynched.
How the hell you get to 25?
25? Remember how much you beat off as
Yeah.
a teen? 25, it's actually kind of leveling out a little bit.
Yeah. You'd be a fucking loser to be 25 and a virgin.
So, and then we're also talking about politics all the time. We're like, we need to venerate housewives more, their respect. I wish like on Fox News, because these women determine elections.
Yeah, right.
Fox
Yeah, they
News
are.
should have these pundits and these guys in suits, and then just a woman with an apron and a wooden spoon. Being like, I'm sick of these open borders. It's not safe for my daughter to go to school. Like, and just say like Annie or something. Don't even have her whole name.
Yeah.
And we mock entrepreneurs all the time. It's fucking hard. You're talking about the fucking insurance being doubled. Everyone gets mad when some rich guy has a Maserati, but they don't know about the other 90% who started a restaurant that failed and all these other failed businesses. We never talk about them. If you see a successful businessman, you're seeing like 10% of the people who went for that. And even him, that business that he made, the 11 others failed.
Right. Yeah.
So these guys they're like boxers. They just keep trying and getting beaten up. We should respect them. More free speech, more guns. And then we had leftist things too, like let's abolish the drug war. It's not working. Stop arresting people for cocaine and fucking weed. And there's too many people in jail. We're over arresting people. Let's get rid of that whole military industrial prison industrial complex. And then I saw this kid perform "Proud of Your Boy" at my children's music recital, and I'd never heard a song so gay in my entire life. Bad as I've been, Mom, you're in for a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that's
And then
gay as fuck.
how about this line? I've wasted time, I've wasted me. Some say I'm slow for my age, a late bloomer. Okay, I agree. So we started relentlessly making fun of that song.
Right.
And then we had a crew going. Like, it was a bunch of guys in Manhattan. We'd go, studio aunts would go get beers after the show. So we said, let's start a thing. And it was like 99% men. We'll start a thing called the Proud Boys. We chose a random shirt that I had on at the time, this black and yellow Fred Perry. And we made up dumb rituals. Like when I was in high school, if you farted, you got to say safety. If someone says slug, the game's called Safety Slug. Everyone can beat the shit out of you till you name 5 breakfast cereals.
Oh,
and
shit.
it's fucking scary.
Yeah.
Because you'll be like, slug, and then you'll go, safety. No, too late. And then you're trying to concentrate, like, Honey Nut Cheerios, Weetabix, Rice Krispies, Lucky Charms, Count Chocula, ow, ow. We had this fucking daredevil named Steve Durand, and he would, sometimes he'd like burp, and he'd see people go, and then he'd go, safety. Right when you're about to say slug, living life on the edge. Yeah. So we incorporated that into the club. Like, that's how dumb it is.
Yeah.
But
just a bunch of guys.
Dumb idiot club. It spread like wildfire after we made the rules because men love clubs and they love being away from chicks.
Right.
For like, I'm gay for men outside of the gay sex part.
Yeah.
That stripper at that party, I was like, why is she here? Get her out of here.
Yeah.
But the left needed right-wing violence because of Antifa and BLM. They were giving them a bad name. So they were like, are there any right-wing groups? And they go, well, there's these guys. Okay, make them into a white nationalist hate group. But there's black guys in it. Call them multiracial white supremacists. But what about the gays in it? They are self-hating gays. What about the Jews in it? They don't know the whole thing. They didn't look it up. And they kept coming up with these excuses. And the media is so retarded and loose and desperate to do the bidding of the DNC that they ran with it. And they turned the group, the perception of the group, into this evil thing. But there's like Proud Boys, Wales, Scotland, fucking Tokyo, Israel. They're all over the world. There's probably about 5,000. And none of what the media says about them is true. And even the narrative of, well, it started as a joke and then it became this crazy thing. No, it started as a joke and it's still a fun joke.
Yeah.
There's the rally boys that would go to rallies and stuff. And there's a few guys that got sucked into J6 and got screwed over. But that was no big plan to take over the American government, obviously.
Right. If that was a plan, there would be so many people who have died. Yeah. You would have leaders. You have squad leaders. You have guns.
Dude, we could sit here, we could do crystal meth and sit here for 30 days without sleeping, trying to think of a way to take over the American government.
Yeah.
We'd have blueprints everywhere and papers and red lines. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
It's the most complicated thing in the fucking world.
Right. I think they could have did it that day. They had the bodies.
They let them fucking walk right in. Come on in.
Okay, we took it over. You're the czar of education. Hey, I didn't graduate.
You the new speaker of the house.
Okay, well, you better get your GED because you're the new head of education. And you're handling energy. You seem to have a lot. You're in.
Hey, we met. We was doing comedy shows for a while. We took a break from it, and some Proud Boy guys got just part of Proud Boys, and they came up to us after the show during our meet and greet. Yeah. It's like, you guys want to be in Proud Boys? I was like, sure. He said, well, we got to beat the fucking shit out of you first.
Dude, some of the beatdowns get really bad now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I got one in my thigh where they gave me a tumor somehow.
No shit.
Every time I would kneel down for like a week, I would feel this like bowling ball in my thigh. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Damn.
But when 5 guys are beating up someone, my tip is don't go for the torso. It's too busy.
Right.
There's too many fists there. You're going to hit other fists too. You're not even going to go for the feet. Drop down, bang, 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 bang. And the next day, you'll be like, how you doing? And he goes, well, my ribs are sore, but I can't fucking walk. I don't know what happened to my feet. And I'm like, that was me. I broke all those little bird bones.
Yeah. I was like, well, fuck, I guess I'll pass then.
Well, that's only second degree. You could have just been first degree. And
What's first degree? Just get some pussy?
You just declare yourself a Western chauvinist who refuses to apologize for the modern world.
Oh, okay. No ass whoopings, huh?
No ass whoopings.
So they wanted to beat my ass. They give me that option.
I mean, everything we talk about, like this whole podcast, it comes down to perception versus reality. And the reality that we know when we go out and talk to people is a fun-loving, cool America. And the perception we get from the media, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, is that it's a fucking evil Klan rally.
Yeah. So you voting for Trump, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man, I don't feel so good, man.
What's wrong with you?
I'm embarrassed to tell you. I'm just going to tell you, I ain't took a shit in like 2 weeks, man.
Ain't you taking your OH? Your optimal human?
I thought we ran out of it.
Man, here, take this. Here's some right here. Take it. Get it up in you. Drink that. Get that probiotics. That artichoke.
That is good.
That apple powder. All those essential nutrients that get your intestines right. Yeah, get them intestines right. Get it all up in you. Swallow it. There you go. Why are you drinking it like it's Kool-Aid or something? Just
Well, you made it with cold water. I'm over here getting brain freeze.
What's good with cold water? It's like a smoothie.
Oh, man, I feel something move. Oh, man.
Go to optimalhuman.com/Hodgetwins and now try Optimal Human for free today. Hey, I don't think this election is going to be close to this election. I think he's going to win Pennsylvania. I think he's going to take Virginia, Wisconsin, Michigan. I know he's going to win Nevada, Arizona. I think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be like Reagan-Mondale.
Yep. We're going for that. Too big to rig. But the problem with America is there's so many fucking idiots. Like, look at these blue hairs on TikTok.
Yeah.
And look at all the videos you've seen where they go, what's your favorite policy of Kamala's?
And
they're like, where to begin? Okay, well, let's
They're
begin at
trying to plan
number
out,
one.
Where can I begin?
Like,
a lot of them.
It's like when they say, what's Trump's racist? Okay, name one thing racist Trump said. Everything. Okay, so it should be easy then.
Right.
If it's everything he's ever said. Can you give me one?
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
He said Nazis were nice people. He didn't say that.
Hey, have you met that guy? He calls himself the omni-liberal.
No, I don't think so.
What's his name? Destiny.
Oh, yeah, I debated him a few times.
Yeah, what do you think about that guy?
He's a fucking piece of shit, loser, pussy.
Yeah.
I predicted his divorce.
You did?
Yeah. I go, you're married to a European, a Swedish girl, right?
Right.
Now, in Central Park, there was a guy, he wanted to introduce every bird that was in Shakespeare into Central Park. He didn't realize that, birds from other continents don't have natural predators here. So he brought in all these Shakespearean birds, including the starling. And that's that fucking black fly thing you see with like, because they don't have natural predators. They just took over. Right. So I'm like, Europeans, when they come here, we saw it with the Indians, they're dangerous. Now, you married a Swede. She's here for her citizenship. She's going to fuck around, cheat on you, and dump your ass. And you're going to be divorced in a year. And he was divorced in a year. She started fucking her ex. She went back to Sweden. He was paying her rent over there.
Really?
He's a weak video game guy.
Yeah, he turned gay because of it.
What?
Yeah, he was here bragging about him and his friends sucking each other's cocks.
How are you taking the divorce? Not great.
I'm sucking dick now.
What do you mean not great? You're drinking a lot? Yeah, of jizz. Oh. Whoa.
Yeah.
But he sort of personifies the whole like internet culture, millennial Zoomer thing where they don't, work out. They've never fought anyone. They've never lived. Like they don't go out and buy a fucking steak.
Right.
They just sit and debate, and it's.
I think his parents. I think he grew up in a conservative family. I think a lot of what he's going through is. He's just rebelling against his parents. I think.
Okay, well, you did a great job. Mission accomplished, cocksucker.
He gets paid. He admitted it on the podcast that he gets paid.
Oh.
Yeah, he makes tons of money.
Getting paid to be a liberal.
Yeah, so do hot chicks on OnlyFans. The devil will give you what you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a dork, and I don't like the kids with the fucking video games. Like, I sometimes think that leads to trans. Like you're playing for 6 hours.
Video games?
Yeah, you're playing for 6 hours, and you're a chick,
Right?
and then you start going like, I'm a chick. Like I was looking over the guy I work with, Ryan Katsu Rivera. He's playing some game, and he's like, I don't know, he's running, and there's like dinosaurs he has to fight. It looks like Fortnite, but he's in dinosaur times, and he has to look. If he sees a dinosaur, he has to like chop its head off, and he's a broad. And I'm like,
his avatar, he's a broad.
yeah. So you're seeing her from behind, and I'm like, you got a sweet ass in the skin, dude. And he's like, it's the only option unless you buy a skin. I'm like, well, then buy a fucking skin because you're abroad.
Yeah.
Now, it didn't happen to him, but surely a kid is a chick with an amazing ass for like 300 hours. Yeah. You're going to be like, I'm a fucking chick now.
Have you came across the apps on Instagram and TikTok where it makes you
Into a trance?
Yeah.
Into a chick?
Yeah.
No, but I haven't tried it myself, but I saw Joe Rogan. Have you seen the Joe Rogan one?
No.
Smoke show. It's depraved. It's wrong. I mean, we would say that with Proud Boys too. Like, if you don't come to meetups and you're only online, then you're out of the club.
Right.
That's the problem with modern America, is only online. Yeah. I would even argue that this whole divorce we've had, where they don't, and by the way, it's left that's anti-right. Right isn't really anti-left. Like, we wouldn't tell a family member they can't come over for Thanksgiving for being liberal.
Exactly.
Right.
We'd be dying to talk to them, actually.
Yeah.
And be like, what did he say that's racist?
Right.
But they're just like, no.
And
even with COVID and the vaccine, like if you weren't vaccinated, you couldn't come, or if you didn't think it was a problem.
Fucking crazy, because they're telling people if you don't get the vaccine, you can't go to the hospital when you get sick.
You can't travel.
You can't travel. You can't go to the hospital. Doctor's not going to see you. It's like,
yeah, you can't do your job.
These people are like evil people.
Well, it kind of shows you, if communism ever comes to America, who's going to be ratting out their neighbor and snitching and giving them up to the fucking Gestapo.
Yeah, it's going to be the blue-haired guy.
Yeah, destiny.
Yeah.
As it sucks his friend's cock.
Destiny's going to be like, that's the guy.
You fucking sound like him.
Holy shit.
Hey, so you're now on Censored.tv, right?
Censored.tv.
You had no fucking choice.
Well, it's funny because every time I do a podcast, people go like I got censored there. People go, can you tell the people at home where they can find you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm on X under my ad is just kidding. I'm not on X. I'm not on anything. I'm on my own site that I built myself.
Right.
That is like constantly attacked, and it's weird when you're in America, in a free country, where to listen to you, someone has to put in their credit card, put in their address, sign their name, and give it over there just to hear what you have to say. But that's where I'm at now.
Yeah. Do you think it's because you said too much?
Maybe. No, I don't, actually. I think it's because I'm cool.
Yeah. So you're banned off all platforms?
Yeah,
I mean,
everything.
Dude, I'm banned from Pinterest.
What?
I'm banned from credit card processors.
How the fuck you get banned from Pinterest?
I don't know. I've never even used it. I'm banned from Shopify. I'm banned from MailChimp. Like, I'm banned from everything. If you gave me a pub, I couldn't take it because I wouldn't be able to process credit cards.
That's crazy.
Cash only.
What was the reasoning behind all that?
I think it's because
You're a white supremacist?
I red pilled a generation.
Yeah.
And they don't like that. I was popular with the 18 to 25s, and I showed them that the right isn't just Ben Shapiro's.
Yeah.
There's Hodgetwins. There's Paul Joseph Watson. There's Milo. There's weirdos. There's Sam Hyde.
Yeah.
There's like funny guys.
Kanye would tell us the Jews.
Well, the other thing about us too is like we can talk to Nick Fuentes and Ye about Jews, and I like Jake Shields. I talk to that guy all the time. I'm a Jew guy. He's an anti-Jew guy,
Right.
And I'd be happy to talk to him for hours about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even my Jew friends, like I've got a rabbi buddy, and I'm constantly hammering to him, trying to prove to him that Jesus exists.
Right.
And then he's always like, the thing about a man God, that's the thing I can't get over. Like, we argue about it. So I always say, like, oh, we've come apart and we're different. We're both in bubbles. But to be totally honest, let's cut the shit. They're in a bubble. We're not.
Yeah.
It's not like we both had this civil war and we're both uptight and we both don't invite each other to Thanksgiving. Yeah. They're the fuckers.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did it.
Yeah.
We're still sitting here going, I'll talk to you about anything, anytime.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I would love to see Kamala go on Fox News and have that debate there. They'll never do anything like that.
Yeah, with her little Bluetooth earrings telling her what all the questions are. Tim Walz wouldn't do that. No, they don't debate us anymore because we kept winning. Mm-hmm. So now their excuses, they say, I don't want to give Nazis a platform.
Right.
But what that really means is I don't want to look like an idiot because I haven't looked anything up and these guys know a bunch of numbers. And they have to see
sharp as hell.
He's fucking great.
Yeah.
And that's because he grew up working class and he knows Americans.
Yeah, I wanted Trump to pick a black guy, but Vance is damn.
I thought he had to pick a black guy.
Yeah.
I said to everyone, you're never going to see
Everybody thought it was going to be Ben Carson.
I thought it was going to be Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Because
I was thinking that, but he polled horribly.
Really?
Compared to everybody else, he was like the Kamala Harris of the Republican Party running for president. Yeah. He was polling at the bottom. What's that Indian chick? She was polling better than him. Yeah. Nikki Haley. DeSantis, everybody was polling, and he's like a fucking AI. So everything he said was perfect, on
Everything
point.
he said was perfect. He can go. He doesn't need to take the bus. He can ride a flying carpet to all the different debates. If any cobras come at him, he can just be like, yeah. And the cobras are like, what the fuck? This guy's good. No, but he's smart and he's young, so there's a future there. But in my dream world, and I was much more confident months ago before I saw how popular Kamala is.
I think that shit's fake.
We're literally betting the world on it.
I mean, she has some great turnouts and some, but I don't think she translates well across in the entire America.
When Megan Thee Stallion does a free concert, a lot of people show up. Who knew?
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
But ideally, Trump does 4 years.
And Vance does 8.
And then Vice President Vance wins, maybe with Donald Trump Jr. as his VP. Not that I'm into fucking your kids becoming the next thing like we're in a monarchy, but whatever.
Yeah.
So we could get 8 years of Republican rule, and I think that could save America.
You think DeSantis is out?
DeSantis could be after Vance.
Yeah. They just keep telling that fucker to wait. It's not your turn. That's what they've been telling him. It's not your turn, asshole. I think he would have been a VP if he didn't run against Trump. Yeah.
Well, didn't they have the problem with both being from Florida or something like that? They could have fixed that. He could have moved them.
Yeah.
But yeah, DeSantis is fucking great. He could. Once we have strong borders, the problems start fixing themselves.
Right.
But you can't.
That border's just a huge distraction from everything.
Yeah, you're bailing out the boat, and the leak is right there. There's no future.
Yeah. Hey, did you know in Judaism, they believe in multiple genders? I don't know how true that is. Is that shit true?
I don't know about that one.
No, pull it up. Forget I asked. No, I came across some shit, dude. Yeah, I was actually looking up Judaism. Judaism. What is it? Judaism or
Judaism?
Okay. Hooked on phonics.
Emphasis on the Jew. Judaism.
Get a good Jew in there. Yeah. Judaism. Fuck, I still can't say it. It should be Jewism.
There's only 4 genders. There's men, women, lesbians, and I don't know why we're getting all these other ones.
Okay. Yeah. Is this in the
And Zakarda, do you hear? As female and male, androgynous. There's 6 sexes, genders.
Oh, how reliable this source is.
Yeah. No, it's actually in the Talmud.
There's the Keva and
There's like 6 genders.
Do
a search, Joe. The genders in the Talmud. 6 genders in the Talmud.
Now, here's the problem with the Talmud.
Yeah. That's what they follow, right? That's their Bible?
Well, they follow the Torah.
Okay.
That's their Bible. The Talmud it's a transcription of 600 years of podcasts.
Really?
Yeah. So it's hundreds of books. So there's going to be crazy shit in there over the years.
Yeah, there's some crazy shit in Christianity. Like when a woman's on a period, she sleeps outside.
Right. But imagine Christianity had 600 years of podcasts.
Right.
Where they'd study those podcasts. Now, usually the Jews, when they study the Talmud, it's like someone steals your donkey. What should the punishment be for that? It's like the origin of law. But over hundreds of years, there's going to be crazy shit in there.
Said the Talmud recognizes 6 genders based on the development of primary and secondary sex characteristics at birth and later in life. What the fuck does that mean? Male, female, androgynous. Alananos and Saris and Tum Tum.
Tum Tum.
That sounds like
I
a
might be a
Destiny.
I was a man, and then I drank so much beer I became a Tum Tum. Yeah, the irony is, too, of parsing through all these intimate details of Judaism is what Jews love to do. So Nick Fuentes, who I respect, but he spends so much time like analyzing Judaism and all the little mistakes in it, and that's what Jews do. So he's being a real Jew.
Hey, he's back on X. Do you think you ever get back on X?
I don't know. No. I think the argument might be the Proud Boys are a terrorist group in Canada and New Zealand, and I use them to like foment terrorism and raise money to kill people. And I'm not just one evil guy. I'm a whole group of evil guys. You can't let me lose.
So your association with Proud Boys?
He founded it.
Yeah, I know. You being the founder of that.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's all because you look at the tweets before I'm banned, and they're like, my only problem with women breastfeeding in public is they never wink back.
But
I'm like, did that get me banned?
Yeah.
That's like satire.
They're all satire.
Yeah.
I'm like, I made a statue that's this, and it says, please be a fart.
Yeah.
Because so many times I'll be farting after a bender. I'll be like, oh, phew. Oh, wait, not phew. Oh, shit.
Has anybody did a petition for you with Elon Musk to bring you back on X?
Can you do that? You can do
Yeah, they
petitions?
did it for Alex Jones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Alex is back.
I'm choosing this moment to announce my petition
We'll tweet
to
it out
get
for
back
you.
on Hex. However you do that, go set it up, guys.
We might not want to show him this podcast, but
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You get back in and you're like, it must be gross to be a fan. And then you're like, banned again.
I think it's Kanye's back on X.
Is he?
He made it back. He made it back.
Jesus H.
Hey, you see what he said about the Jews? Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
I'm thinking there's hope for you.
You saw what I said to him,
Alex
right? I
Jones
was like,
is back.
when you meet a group, like blacks are disproportionately represented in crime, but when you meet a black, you start from scratch, and how are you? And
Fuck that. I see a black, I'm like on eggs. Fuck that.
Kanye's there.
And then I go, so if you meet a Jew, no matter all the bad things you could say about Jews, you start from scratch when you meet a Jewish person. And he's like, nope.
I saw that.
His comic timing is so good, too.
Yeah.
Especially in a fucking Gucci ski mask, whatever the fuck he had on.
That's a gift
Balenciaga
mask.
S&M mask.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
He said nope.
He had some good gossip, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, how did that sex tape of my wife get out? Talking about before, obviously it was his wife, Kim Kardashian's sex tape.
Right.
How did it get out? And he goes, it was his mother. It was her mother. Oh. Kris Jenner
That was all planned, huh?
released that sex tape to make them famous.
Yeah.
Imagine your mother releases porn of you.
Yeah.
Basically revenge porn.
Wow.
Heavy.
They monetized the hell out of that shit, though.
It worked.
It worked. It didn't work out for Ray J.
You got $80. You got a hat.
Yeah. I heard he's writing music or some shit.
The devil will give you what you want.
Yep.
How about fucking Bruce Jenner, though? You're fucking a chick. You're a chick. And you don't tell her. Isn't that rape?
Well, he said he's a lesbian. Yeah.
Okay.
When this whole phenomenon of trans came out and he was doing that, I was thinking he was gay.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get fucked in the ass, but no, he's still, he's like swimming. Yeah, the whole thing about,
weird, right?
about the
It's a
transgender.
perverted fetish. It's it's
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs shit, where you want to like cut off some woman's face
Yeah.
and put it on your face and be like, "I'm a lady, put the lotion in the basket." Like you're a fucking insane freak.
Yeah.
They don't want to be women. They want to wear women
Yeah. Yeah.
like a weird bodysuit.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I just thought they were gay. And a lot of those transgenders are not even gay.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the good old gays are just like those guys are freaks. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah, a lot of gay people I noticed, man, I don't even want to be associated with that.
I remember I was at a party with some homos, and a drag queen was there. I think her name was Hot Mess. And I'm talking to the queer, and the drag queen leaves, and he's like, I like, what are you supposed to, like, how do you talk to these people?
Yeah.
It's like an Elvis impersonator at a party. Like, do you go, hey, what's up? Hey, what era are we in? Like, do I talk to you about the 50s?
Right. Yeah.
Like, do you know you died?
Yeah. Right.
Are you a drug addict yet? So
Yeah.
it's uncomfortable. Marilyn Monroe comes over like, happy birthday to you. Okay, so you're Marilyn Monroe. Okay. How about this rain we've been having? Pretty crazy, huh? Or are you time traveling? Like with drag queens, you don't know how to talk to them because they'll do like a few sex puns and stuff. Oh, yeah, look at this. It's like the size of a cock. And you're like, I guess, okay. Can you leave?
Yeah.
Can you leave so I can relax?
Isn't it bizarre they have those read books to kids? So like the last.
Okay, you
people
know what I was saying about? We're the drag kings. You know what a drag king is?
What?
When a lesbian like wears a mustache and it's like, "Hi, I'm a guy." Whoa.
Oh, really?
And they have a cigar. They're like, "I totally love tits because I'm totally a guy." Yeah. Okay, that's a silly dress up.
Yeah.
Why don't you read to kids?
Yeah.
That's asexual. It's a gay thing. So we want to show the children that lesbians are great people, and we don't want lesbians being bullied. Bring in a drag king. No, I want someone with fishnet stockings and a fucking big fake ass.
Yeah.
And I can see the balls seeping out on either side of the
pound
fucking
of fucking
panties.
makeup on your face. When I
big
think
fake
of
tits.
drag queens, I was like, wait a minute, they're sex workers, and they're reading the kids. What? How did those mix?
It's the most extreme thing in gayland.
Yeah.
Like, say you were into metal, like Black Sabbath, and then you had like Norwegian death metal dudes with their fucking face paint on, with like a skull full of blood, reading to kids, and you're like, can we just have Ozzy, please?
Right.
This is a little intense for a 5-year-old. Take it down a fucking notch.
Yeah. Take it down a fucking notch.
You got your weirdest crew.
Yeah.
Out of all your guys.
Right.
Your very weirdest ones. And then they're in front of... Remember that one back when... I think it was Michelle Obama set it up, and the guy's like literally demonic. Like he's got all these
Yeah, I
horns
saw that.
coming
Yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's like a black guy.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Had to be a black guy.
That's better than the devil. Like, that's more devilish than the devil. The devil shows up with just like red and horns, and he's like,
You got me beat.
boo? Fuck you, boo. This one is scary.
Yeah, that is some evil demonic shit. No, I don't get none of that crap. I don't fucking know.
It's dark.
Well, what I know, I'm not gay. We need Trump back in office.
I'm not gay unless I get dumped by a Swedish chick. And then I'm
That'll do it.
smoking hogs all day long.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I was sucking cocks. Okay. Give him dick a try. Okay. Fuck it. That guy was totally intellectually dishonest the entire interview. Yeah. He could not admit.
Was he here?
Yeah, he was they
here.
had him on. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the left, though.
Yeah.
They play little games. And I that's why I hate to
And he
be-
conflates shit.
Yeah.
They're like masters at conflating shit. And he talks so fucking fast, like, what the fuck did you
Adderall.
just say?
Half of them are on fucking Adderall.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that they'll say things and you'll be like, oh shit, I guess I'm dumb. And they'll be like, yeah, Barack Obama had a way better job recovery than any other president, including George W. Bush. And you're like, really? I thought he did pretty shitty. And then you go, okay, you got me. And you like look it up in the taxi on the way home, and you're like, no, he did way worse. And then you contact the guy, and he goes, well, you can't count the first term after George W. Bush.
Yeah. Because he fucked it up so bad, right?
Yeah, you can count that. That's his term. You just deleted 4 fucking years? You may have told me that. Yeah. So now whenever I argue with him, I'm just like, yeah, that's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Because it always is.
Yeah.
Nazis are very nice people. He never even said Haitians eat cats and dogs. He said they. I heard they're eating cats. They're eating dogs.
Yeah.
Haitians do eat cats.
Yeah.
Lots of people eat dogs.
Yeah. A lot of Asian cultures eat dogs and cats. It's just probably going to come out to be true. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's true.
Well, that's my theory about Trump. He'll find out something like the Hodgetwins are terrorists, and he'll be like, I need evidence. And they'll go, here's videos of them making bombs. And then you go, okay, that's pretty good. And then they'll go, what do you think of the Hodgetwins? They'll be, I don't know. I got a weird feeling about those guys.
Right.
Oh, because they're black? Maybe, I don't know. I get a bomby vibe. I get a bomb vibe. And they'll go, okay, he's fully lost it now.
Yeah.
And then it'll come out like a month later, and they'll go like, he's a fucking prophet.
Yeah.
The guy's a genius.
Right.
But he just quadruple checked his facts and then made it into a hunch. That's his 4D chess.
Well, I hope he fucking wins. Yeah, I'm sick of this shit.
He better.
Yeah, it's gonna be the longest 30 days in our life.
Yeah, it really is.
I
This
bet
is
the
end.
ratings for that election is gonna be through the roof. Everybody's gonna be on that shit.
I've always said to people, if Kamala wins, it'll be like if I found out my dad is trans, and I'm just going to be in the basement watching TV. Don't talk to dad for a couple days.
Your dad's a
But, like, don't talk to me. Like, my kids shouldn't come downstairs. Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to be talkable
Yeah.
for at least 3 days.
It's like no way she could win. It's impossible. America can't be that
Everyone
dumb.
says Biden, oh, look, he went off the deep end. He was a retard as he was running.
Right.
Remember the the thing.
Right.
That wasn't new.
Right. Yeah.
He's been a dunce since day one, and he won.
Yeah.
He won.
Well, he ran for president, I think, 2 times before,
Yeah.
like in the 80s or something.
Yeah. Third time
And he
the charm.
lost,
Yeah.
and he ran again, and
I think the major reason why he won is because so many people just hate Trump because of the fake news.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the Republicans' problem. It's just everybody's been taught to hate Trump so much.
yeah.
And they would let the country burn rather than have him win.
Yeah. Yep.
I've
they
even
would.
seen videos where they go, nuclear annihilation or Trump wins. And they're like, nuclear annihilation. It would be cool like Mad Max.
Yeah. That's sad but true.
Yeah.
There was no fucking wars when Trump was in office. The economy was doing good to that fucking.
Well, he blew up that used camel salesman. What's his name? Soleimani?
He had no choice. He was out in the open. He was like, oh, you come out in the open, I'm going to fucking blast your ass.
Are we winding down this podcast? Is that what's happening here? Or is this a conversation lull? This is like we'd be at a
Dude,
party.
you've been killing me ever since
when
you got here.
when the pot would wear off, and there'd be that one dude, and he would just go, coming down. Then we'd all go, shut the fuck up, Steve, because he'd remind everyone the truth, which is our pot wore off, and we're fucking winding down. Like, I assume there's not another hour.
Yeah. How long have we been going, Joe?
Hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
Good.
God damn, it feels like 5 hours.
He's fucking exhausted.
He's fucking killing
fucking
me
laughing
over
and shit.
That's
I
not,
feel like I'm at a comedy show and the comedian's like fucking drop dead funny. It's like this dude's gonna give me a fucking stroke.
that's rare. That's
We got fucking front row seats.
hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. My fucking wife took too many edibles once.
Yeah, I did that
She
too.
doesn't do edibles, but she found some in my drawer. And she goes, she wakes me up at like 1. She goes, I need help. I go, what's going on? She goes, those Coca-Cola bottle shaped things, those gummies. I'm like, yeah, I hope you nibbled a cap. And then went away. She says, no, I had 2 entire bottles. And she's like, I don't feel good. We had to put a pack of ice on her chest and in the living room. And from like 1 to 3, I got kids. Like, I can't be up till fucking 3. I'm like, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Wah, 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 wah. Like dancing around, doing fucking 1920s comedy, keeping her from seeing aliens eat her eyeballs.
Oh shit.
She had some side effects,
Brutal.
huh?
I was fucking sweating by the end of that set.
Holy shit.
By the way, get this grass juice. It's better than sucking off a lawnmower. Delicious.
Hey, where can everybody find you at?
They can find me at. Oh no, not damn from that. You can tune into. Oh no, that's gone. Well, maybe check my account on Pinch. No, I can't do that. Well, you could check out our mass emails on MailChimp. No.
Can they find you on harmony.com?
I'm on OnlyFans, like Tommy Sotomayor. He's like on OnlyFans, but not doing sex, just doing news.
Yeah, he is, huh? Yeah. He's been bad for everything.
Everything. You got to go to a porn site to see him talk about the economy. Censored.tv. That's the only place to find me. Right there.
Censored TV. There it is.
Yeah, and it's an island of misfit toys of canceled dudes. We got Anthony Cumia there. Elijah Schaefer's there. Everyone who's ever been told they can't talk anymore is there.
Is there. Wow. Yeah. Censored TV. Y'all got Nick Fuentes yet?
No, that's a level of. I think he's more banned than me. His parents banned him from certain rooms in the house. He can't go to the fridge. I'm hungry, Mom. You go downstairs. I will bring you your fries.
Y'all good friends, ain't you?
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah,
I think he's funny.
Yeah, we had him on here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We met him. He's a cool guy. Yeah.
He's a virgin.
He wasn't waving a Nazi flag or anything like that.
He's a virgin.
Aren't you waking up at night with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head? Like,
Bruce.
How do you
I love that song.
How do you survive?
Yeah.
I remember being 16 and like going, God, please stop the boners. If it's like mushrooms or like paprika, like if there's a thing I got to eat to stop this, I'll eat it.
Yeah, he's waiting for marriage, huh?
I guess. I would be raping pets. I don't want you dog sitting
look hot
anymore.
as fuck in the corner, right?
I don't want you dog sitting anymore. My chocolate lab's ass looks like a baby yawning. His farts go.
Oh my God. Hey man, it's been a pleasure.
Great,
Thank you for coming.
Great hanging with you guys, man. It was fun.
Thank you, brother.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
You're banned.